Okay, hello everybody. This video is being made on June 30th, 2021, and I'm going to talk fast in this video so I can incorporate with as much as I can possibly fit into it, so I can incorporate as much as I can possibly fit into it in the short amount of time period that I have allotted this morning for this particular issue. So here we go. Now, what I'm about ready to show you are printouts that were printed out at the UPS store located in La Jolla, San Diego, within the last 10-12 days. These printouts are going to be sent with inside the same envelope that the Social Security Disability Review Update form that is filled out and signed and dated is going to be sent with. Okay, so in other words, that the Social Security Review Update form, which is filled out, signed, and dated, is going to be sent with, this stuff is going to be sent with it. Now, the reason why I'm going to be doing that is because in gang stalking criminal expeditions, once you become an extremely experienced and educated victim concerning this crime, you then conclude the same thing that tens of thousands of other educated victims are concluding, is that you will never be able to get any uncorrupted medical assistance, anywhere. So just research the corruptions of hospitals, doctors, nurses, administrative staff, and hospitals, medical centers, medical clinics, and even private doctors who own their own practices. Okay. Whether they're part of HMOs or whatever, or you're concerned with tip insurance they take it on, any doctor can be influenced, any medical facility can be approached concerning what's widely reported to be another implicated crime connected to the crime of gang stalking. Meaning that once you become a gang stalking victim, there is like almost a 0.001 chance that you will ever be able to get uncorrupted medical assistance. So the reason why this is relevant is because in gang stalking crimes, it's literally part of the gang stalking crime, the gang stalking program. It's literally, what I'm about ready to say is literally a huge part of the crime. They will literally, intentionally, purposely, with complete malice aforethought, criminal intent, and exacting specific conspiracy through collusion and much more, intentionally label gang stalking victims as being mentally ill, a threat to themselves or others, can't take care of themselves, and much more. They will intentionally do this, including intentionally doing it repeatedly. So when we know through either educated knowledge and or experience that this crime does this all throughout the crime to tens of thousands of its victims who are online, on all online platforms, exposing what they're enduring, part of what they expose is this reality. It's literally part of the gang stalking program. So when the gang stalking victims become extremely high-profile victims like myself, because I am, they are definitely not going to allow you to get any type of medical evidences of anything that has happened to you through electromagnetic weapons, direct energy weapons, ultrasonic sound bone conduction, and remote neural monitoring, and voice-to-skull with voice morphine, and any type of biological, non-consensual biological medical implantation as well. They will never, ever, ever allow you to walk away with one smidgen, 1 millimeter of proof on medical reports, police reports, court proceedings, or whatever. This crime is thoroughly, 1000% completely protected in every way possible. It's a program. So, they know they're not going to allow you to prove it on documentation that can then be used in court. They already know. They already got all those mechanisms and protocols set up. Now, gang stalking victims also know that if they go to a hospital and complain about, any or all aspects of the victimizations they're enduring through this program, the perpetrators already know, that the victims know, that there's an extreme likelihood you will be set up through a doctor, hospital, medical clinic, medical center, and literally put in a psychiatric ward. So you can be discredited and also to be used against you later on in order to achieve specific criminal motivations connected to this crime, because one victim can be picked for multiple criminal motivations, including non-consensual human experimentation, as well as illegal probate control schemes. So the victim, through educated knowledge and or experience, becomes aware of this. So they are extremely hesitant to go see any doctor, out of self-preservation fear, including fear that is even intentionally anchored in the victim's mind concerning this. Okay? So I can go into a long dialogue about this that will help you see it concerning its magnitude and its implementation, because that's not what this video is about. I'm just throwing enough information out there for you to be able to at least have a introduction to it. Okay, buying through a brief summary concerning it through my detailed statements. So just research what I state at Google and YouTube. Now, so if you are on Social Security disability and you haven't had any updated medical reports from medical visits like the hospitals, medical centers, medical clinics, or a personal doctor, how are you going to prove you're still disabled? Because this crime intentionally, especially, see, they'll use the medical establishment against you. They will use the mental health industry against you purposely through absolute criminality against you, because that's part of the program. But they will also not, if they want to take you off Social Security in order to create massive additional destitution that you're not in yet, they will look for normal appearing excuses, reasons, and mishaps to do it. And what's one of the normal reasons that Social Security sends you a disability review update in order to try and determine if you're still disabled? Well, if you have no recent medical information they're saying they got to have it from, I think, April of 2019. Well, the crime, if they have any influence over any federal agency or bureaucracy, they already know you don't have any updated medical proof. They already know it, because this crime gets into everything connected to your life. Your finances, your credit history, your current credit score. They get into everything. Everything connected to your health they get into and are already in, including even before the open targeting starts. They are already into it. So they already know. Just research the fact that they're widely, massively reported and implicated in altering medical and mental records concerning any evidence that the victim might accidentally get through a hospital. Okay? You should research James Walbert's case, electronic harassment to gang stalking online. You should also research Mike Fitzhugh-Bell's book, The Invisible Crime. Okay? That's just 2 books of hundreds that are out there concerning this crime. You should also go to Google and type in at Google the name of these 2 additional books. The first one is Remote Brain Targeting by Renee Pittman. Another one, the second one is Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office, written by Jewel Crayon. Krayon. And who am I going to be sending who am I going to be sending the Social Security Disability Income Review Update form that is filled out, signed, and dated, along with the additional things that are going to be sent with it? How am I going to send that back to them? Through the post office. And it was the post office that made me homeless by stealing my rent right out of the mail that was mailed, certified mail return receipt, using a United States Postal Service money order. The only way that can occur is by and through the post office, because that item never gets touched by anybody. The prospective property owner that you're sending it to, that owns the property of the apartment that you're renting, it doesn't even get into their whatever it is, whether it be a mailbox or their P.O. box. It doesn't even get there. Okay, it gets there by and through a post office. So in other words, no one can have physical contact with that item, okay, to steal it without signing for it first. Well, when I checked the track and confirm history of that item for 8 full months after I was told that they never got it, the property owner that owned the apartment complex of the apartment I was renting, I was still checking that item, and it was still showing on USPS's track and confirm service connected to USPS's post office's website. It was still showing that it hadn't been delivered. So that is not only a federal crime at the Class A felony level, stealing your mail, and then the effects that it created. So when you look at the fact that Social Security is also a federal agency, just trust me, sweethearts and baby cakes, this video is being made for solid, reasonable reasons. It's not being made because I'm overly concerned about what might happen to me through Social Security's disability review. That would create normal concerns in anybody. Okay, you should also know that gang stalking will privately, covertly blacklist any and all gang stalking victims in real time. So you can't work, even if you're partially able to work. So they know that all they got to do is figure out clever, creative means, using normal appearing excuses, reasons, and mishaps to take you off of Social Security. And if you're too afraid to go to a doctor and explain anything that has and or is happening to you through this crime, which absolutely includes extreme torture, then how are you going to prove that you have any type of disability that would make it extremely difficult for you to work? And then when you look at the fact that it's massively exposed, that this crime intentionally blacklists you from employment, which they know you can't prove unless a prospective employer you're applying to lets you know that they were contacted and told not to hire you. Anything this little satanic government will do that they can do and manage covertly, and then keep it protected from the victim's knowledge, where the victim is never made aware that anything that's happened to them was covertly managed, do you honestly think they won't do it? Of course they will. Because they're wild animals. They're criminally insane wild animals that commit this crime. And if you don't believe it, that's strong language, but just go to Google and research torture and gang stalking and targeting individuals in gang stalking and torture, and look at the fact that tens of thousands of victims of this crime are all over the internet daily reporting that they're being nonstop, continually tortured. Welcome to Truth. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm here to disclose to you right now some of the information that's going to be sent with that Social Security Disability Review Update form that is filled out, signed, and dated already. And it's being sent today. So let's see if they claim they don't get it or didn't get it within the 30-day calendar period of the date that's on it. Okay, which I believe is June 11th. At first I thought it said June 1st, but that's a whole nother issue on it, because I didn't have my glasses on it when I first initially looked at it the day I got it. So anyways, so this right here is this. So let me show you this one of many things that are going to get sent to them. This right here is a printout, okay, of a snap screenshot from my phone. Now, what you want to do is you want to pay attention to that YouTube video's link, URL link, and type it in at your URL address bar to bring it up. Watch that entire video. You'll understand why in a minute. Now, these are snap screenshot pictures that were pasted within the tweet from a Periscope video that was made on June 3rd, 2020. Out here, it was a Periscope live broadcast. A Periscope live video broadcast that was made in the bathroom at the University Town Center Mall here in La Jolla, which is an affluent suburb within San Diego County in California, on June 3rd, 2020. Now, what you're seeing here are two different things. What you're seeing here concerning these three pictures I'm pointing to, this one, and this one, these are pictures of my right and left eye. Okay? Now, actually, I think this is a picture of the right eye, but don't quote me, it could be the left eye. But anyways, what you're seeing first is you're seeing eye fluid and water sacs in the eyes, in the white parts of the eyes. And what that is because on the night of June 2nd, 2020, it began around 10:30 p.m., all the way up through the night, and then the next day for about 7 hours at Vaughn's grocery store, which is also located off of Arabia Street in La Jolla, San Diego. I endured massive, extremely high levels, continuous massive high levels of electromagnetic weapons attacks and direct energy weapons attacks to the head, face, and throat. That started at around 10 p.m. on the night of June 2nd, 2020, and led up all the way up into at least, I think, around 2:33 p.m. on the 3rd. It was continued, the targeting was continued when I arrived at Vaughn's. I was at Vaughn's that day charging my chargers through the electrical outlet that's behind the water machines that are outside of Vaughn's. And we're going to see if that resource is taken away from me through any normal appearing reason, excuse, or mishap. So as a result of these electromagnetic weapons and direct energy weapons being experienced continually, constant, it was a continuous attack that lasted that long. What it did was, to the head, face, and throat, what it did was it caused the eye fluid in the eyes, including within the surrounding facial part of the face around the eyes, and probably the face itself, and also the... so let's just discuss that particular area. So what happened was, as a result of the extreme heating from these electromagnetic weapons, direct energy weapons assaults. What the eye fluid did was it tried to escape the heat. So it created it. So they were basically boiling my brain, boiling in my head and my throat. And so what that did was that caused the eye fluids to form into little bubble sacs, like the type of bubbles that you see when you're boiling an egg. And so it caused the eye fluid and the water in the eyes and in the surrounding tissue of the eyes and around the eyes to form into little bubble sacs on the surface of the eyes because they were trying to escape the heat. So as a result of them forming on the surface of the eyes, it pushed out the backside of the remote neural monitoring eye lens implants that are non-consensually put there in both of my eyes through the scrime. Okay, it pushed the back part of them that lay on the eye, it pushed them out, making them outwardly visible. Now, these remote neural monitoring eye lens implants, Google that, Google remote neural monitoring to gang stalking. They are discussed in this YouTube video concerning some of their uses. Okay, and you should also research how remote neural monitoring can remotely neurally monitor and neurally hack you from any distance for brain manipulation, neural influencing, neural stimulation, and much more. These are so what's on these biofilm remote neural monitoring eye lens implants is they're called nanodot crystals, light crystals, which act then, so the function of them is a video camera, where images can be sent to them, whatever's sent to them on the back side of them is then processed through the retina, to the optical nerve, to the visual cortex. Therefore, anything that's projected onto them can be seen in your visual cortex. Okay? And then anything, so they can send still frame photos to them. They can send video streams to them. Whatever they send to them, you see in your visual cortex. They can also send data to the perpetrators. Everything you see, they see. So they're a literal walking, talking video camera. Literally. Okay? Literally. That's no joke. And that's even discussed in this, and it's also discussed in other exposures that are online. So that's the first one. Now, this one right here, what you're seeing is what my eye looks like when a black UV light shines onto it. I bought one from Amazon and got it about 2 months ago. And that same YouTube interview of the YouTube URL link of the picture I showed you a minute ago, it discusses the book that was written by a doctor. Okay, this part up here, what you see is a hat on my head. And in that YouTube interview, it shows the fact that Dr. Catherine Horton, it shows her disclose as well. She exposes many things, but another thing that's exposed is the fact that they're exposing a book that's titled Brain Implants and Messages, Nano Machines and the Creation of False Memories by Dr. Hildegard Staniger. Haldegard, Staniger. Staniger is with an I. Okay? Within that book and within this YouTube video's link attached to the first paper I just showed you, it shows that book and the fact that one of the pages in the book, and it shows Dr. Catherine Horton discuss it. It shows in the book, and it shows her discussing that if you shine a black UV light onto a person's eyes who had these biofilm, nanodot, crystal light, biofilm remote neural monitoring eye lens implants, what will happen is that the black UV light, when it shines on it, it will turn this part, it will show that this part of the eye is a turquoise purple, but you also should pay attention to that. That's extremely suggestive of a camera lens right there. And that white dot thing you see in there, that's because every day I'm hit with this tech. And so when they send the electromagnetic energy to interface with this, it creates magnetophosphorine, and it can also cause some of the crystal lights to literally light up. Okay? Absolutely. So this is what the eyes look like when you shine a black UV light on the victim. And I didn't think to do this before I started this video, but I've already made videos showing me put this black UV light on my eyes. They are now YouTube videos, which are in the same YouTube account that you will see this video through once this video is uploaded. Okay? So that right there is being sent to them. Okay? So what that is that's the right eye, and then this is the left eye. Okay? Same thing. So let me get past these because I'm running a little bit late here. And I got to start disclosing what else is going to get sent to them. So here's that book I was just referring to a minute ago. Okay. And on page 7 and 8, it talks about these biofilm remote neuromonitoring islands implants. Here's a patent for one of them. Or at least a patent of technology that's extremely similar to it. Okay. Let me get these out of the way because I've already been bogged down in this. And this particular phone only allows me to make 33-minute videos at a time. And I really want to make this just as one video. So bear with me. I got to get rid of a couple things here. In fact, where the hell are my other snap screenshots at? Here's one right here. Liquid crystals, islands. Shit. I think I got the wrong thing out. Okay, you're going to have to hold on a second because I got to hurry up and grab another folder because that's actually the wrong folder. So bear with me a second. I got to set the phone down. I might end up having to make a second video. I can believe this. See, I got another folder. I got that folder confused with a different one. Bear with me a second. What is this? Oh, wait a minute. Alright, I got them. Here they are. I'm sorry. I actually didn't. I just accidentally separated the ones. Okay, so this right here, this particular email is right here. It's an email that was made on June 3rd, 2020. It was made and sent on June 3rd, 2020, the day I discovered the remote neuromonitoring islands implants in my eyes. They're there non-consensually. I have no memory of any surgery that put these in, and I've only had one consensual surgery in my entire life when it comes to having surgery where anesthetics are involved, and that was when I had some wisdom teeth pulled back in 1984 or 85. In Michigan. So these right here are snap screenshots from that Periscope video taken from it. Okay. Alright. And so you can see that that's me. Okay. And I'm sorry I don't look my best, but this crime is this crime, one of its main motivations is to completely, thoroughly wreck your health. Okay, so here's the second page of that that June 3rd email, because when I brought the video up at a wooded area after I left that plaza, and brought the video up, when I brought it up, I took snap screenshots of it and then attached those snap screenshots within the email on that day. So these are going. These are absolutely going. So check this out. Okay, so this right here is a snap screenshot of the printout of the day I discovered gang stalking online. They're being sent it so that they can see that I discovered gang stalking on June 9, 2009, and some statements that I wrote on the printout the day I discovered it. Okay? None of my email accounts, even though all my email accounts and all email files in each one have been manipulated, hacked and manipulated by and through these satanic rats who host this crime. They have all been manipulated and hacked in 4 states: Connecticut, Tennessee, Michigan, and California. Okay, so they're being sent that. Okay, and then this also is another stamp screenshot. They're going to probably be sent this one too. In fact, they're not going to get sent this one because I want to send them one that's got the entire text connected to it, so bear with me. I should have separated this before I started making this video. Okay, so this one right here will be sent. This is the entire snap screenshot of the tweet. Okay, that one's being sent. Now, the reason why these are being sent is because when they see this, there's no way they can deny, because when you go to Google and you type in at Google, go to Google and type in at Google and YouTube, the Havana syndrome. Because right now, they literally just passed a bill that they're creating a law in order to protect at least government employees from electromagnetic weapons attacks, acoustic weapons attacks, because of some ex-CIA officers and U.S. diplomats who have been targeted with this tech. Okay? And there's also reports of this tech being used on personnel in the White House. Just recently. This is all over the internet right now. Now, that's the same tech that's being used on gang stalking victims. Yet, gang stalking victims, who are hundreds of thousands in America right now, who are being literally sadistically tortured every day, nonstop. Nonstop. I mean, this isn't a picture of nothing. A ghost did not create these effects. Okay? So, that, as of right now, it doesn't look like that law includes anything to protect the citizens. Just the government employees. Okay? Now, this right here is a snap screenshot of a text message. Okay? And sent to my phone as I was in Rose Canyon Park on Christmas Day 2014. And it shows them literally stating that they're going to send the police and have me arrested for illegal lodging, and that my benefits through social services will be intentionally affected. Okay? This is the snap screenshot of the phone number. And there's a video that shows these text messages being shown in the video. And in the video, it shows me clicking on this particular text message. Okay? Which shows the year. Okay? Alright? So these are being sent. And the reason why that's relative is because these were sent at 4:12 p.m. on Christmas Day 2014. Okay? The same phone number also sent me a bunch of text messages saying gang stalk. We're the ones who are gang stalking you, much more. This was put on Twitter by me on the morning of Christmas 2014, where I heard individuals walk by me as I was in Rose Canyon, threatening to have me arrested at my HA area, which is a hiking area. This crime made me homeless. Okay? Now, I got a 2008 email. That's not going to Social Security, but I literally got a 2008 email in my duffel bag right now, and in my blog that shows them threatening the same exact identical type of thing in Michigan concerning making me homeless from apartments and wooded areas. Identical to a T. Okay? So this one's getting sent to him. Alright? And then this is a snap screenshot that's absolutely getting sent to him. This is from my ultrasound detector app on my phone that I have on at least 4 phones. 2 of those phones are in operations. One I'm making this video through, and my other one. Now this shows a readout from an event log taken from my ultrasound detector app as I was at this area right here that you see that rat mound at within the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I just caught another one yesterday. It's continuous. It's going on right now as I speak. Now, research ultrasonic sound bone conduction torture and gang stalking, which is part of the acoustic weapons that has to do with the Havana syndrome. You'll understand what all that is when you research it. Okay? Ultrasonic sound bone conduction is one of the biggest torture things that are occurring to gang stalking victims. It's done for, but not limited to, ultrasonic sound auditorial brain resonance entrainment. Okay? And they're definitely going to get this one. Okay? So let me zippity-doo-dah past this because I'm starting to approach the time frame there. Now, the reason why I'm sending this is because I can prove the 2006 email. I'm sorry, that 2008 email. It literally proves me stating that they were getting outside of my apartment doors and threatening to make me homeless. Okay? And non-stop repeating it. And then they did. Okay? Absolutely. Now, so... And, I can prove when I wrote that email that I didn't know what gang stalking was. And there's massive exposures online showing other victims say the same exact thing. You should also know this crime intentionally sent me 3 letters in the mail. Back in, I think it was 2015. 2 of those letters show them state that they're going to have me taken off of Social Security. Okay? Absolutely. Do I have any audio evidence on 1 or more audio files showing Social Security employees involved in this crime? Absolutely. Now, I can't disclose that audio evidence because of legal reasons. Trust me, if I was able to state them, you'd know what it meant, and you would thoroughly see it. Let's just put it to you this way. Does it have anything to do with it being illegal to tape record in the Social Security office? Maybe you caught the evidence before you knew it. See, because as a direct result of me being a non-stop gang stalking victim, I am literally forced, okay, to wear a running recording tape recorder on me at all times 24/7 because they stage events and assaults and stage probable cause for arrest and everything. And by the way, when I put this on Twitter, because this is a snap screenshot of a tweet that was posted on Twitter within the last 3 months, look at the Twitter account that's right below it. Mind control victims, these neural weapons. Again, what do you think this is about? This book, one of many. Neural weapons, brain chip. So this right here alone, this one is also being sent. This right here alone proves torture. Just this one event alone created extreme traumatic, lasting traumatic brain injury. Okay, and I've experienced this technology since I've been in San Diego since August 8, 2011, to the head, face, and throat at least 4,000 times. So, one of the reasons why the Havana Law is being passed is because, one of the main reasons why it's being passed is because they're stating in it, any government employee, whether they are currently an ex-employee or not, will be able to get disability benefits as a result of them being hit with this technology, because it's designed to intentionally create traumatic brain injury, memory loss, neurological dysfunctions that are permanent. Permanent. Now, does that honestly look like to you that they did not cook my head, face, and throat? This is just from one event. Okay? That ultrasound thing that I showed you a minute ago was taken at this very fucking spot. And this wooded area has no buildings on it at all. It has no buildings on it, no houses, no office buildings, no corporation buildings. It's nothing but an absolute thorough wooded area. So where'd that picture go again? Refind it. So why would this app from this phone and the other one that's identical to it pick up ultrasonic sound? It's actually ultrasonic sound bone conduction, but the app is only an ultrasound detector. Okay? Look at this sick shit. Now, my ears experience this every single second of every single minute of every single hour of each hour during every 24-hour period. Everywhere I go. Wooded areas, as I'm going down the street, as I'm anywhere, bus stops, inside of outside of stores, everywhere I go, this is in my ears. Because I've already brought up the app at several places, and it's been caught. It's going on right now. Okay? So you better be damn sure they're going to be sent this. And I also wrote on the disability review update form, after it was filled out, signed, and dated, I made a copy of it. So there's also statements I wrote on it that show me discussing me being tortured and affected through these weapons. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a good day, because all they got to do is deny that anything was sent with it. I don't lie, my fellow American citizens. I got to go. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a good day. Today's date is June 30th, 2021. Today's the date I'm sending those disability review that update form with these additional attachments with it. And we're going to see if they claim they didn't get it. We're going to see if they take me off Social Security. Because the day I got the review disability update forms, they were already going by this area and saying, gang stalk, does she really expect to keep her disability?